This video was recorded with the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable. Skip it up and that up! So Andrew House, the group CEO of PlayStation, talks about digital distribution and talks about what he feels the consumer wants, which is shocking in and of itself. Now, all this information comes from an E3 interview that Andrew House had with The Guardian at E3. This is before Microsoft did the whole 180 on their Xbox One DRM policies. The issue of games ownership is not just the views of the vocal minority. It became an expression of a little bit of concern bubbling up around the subject of what ownership means in an age of digital content overall. We and other entertainment industry players need to be very conscious of that and very careful. Bringing it back to the fundamentals again, we need to be fair and to think of the consumer experience first. Now, there's other things he touches on in this article. He talks about how they remove the PlayStation Eye from the PS4 bundle to make it cheaper, and they talk about the ease of use of developing for the PS4, both things that I've talked about in the past before, so I'm not going to go into them again, it's redundant. But he makes a very good point. Digital distribution in the upcoming console generation is going to be more prevalent than ever, but hardware makers and developers and publishers can't get greedy with it, and that's what he's really trying to say. You have to give people the right experience on consoles to keep consoles relevant. I've kind of talked about this before, and if you take all the things that make console gaming great, like buying actual physical copies of games, it's the reason I bought The Last of Us instead of downloading it off of PSN. You really take away, especially for people like me who also own a gaming PC, a lot of the incentive to buy a console. You know, I want to feel like I own the products. I want to be able to trade those games in. I want to be able to, lend a game to a friend, give a game away to somebody, which I just did. You know what I'm saying? And if you take all that away, you take away a lot of what makes console gaming fantastic. And it'll really alienate a lot of the consumer if DRM, or not DRM, I should say, digital distribution completely takes over, at least right away. I mean, if digital distribution took over from the get-go the way Microsoft kind of wanted it to, I might as well have just stuck with PC. The games would be cheaper and look better on the PC anyway, at least for the multiplats. Obviously, exclusives, you're going to need to go to consoles, but the multiplats, I'll just get them on Steam. So if you took away the whole trading, owning physical copies, being able to bring your games in, giving your games to friends, it really takes away the value. And Sony caught on to that from the get-go. They're making a lot of right choices with the PS4. It was funny I'm always considered a fanboy and a hater just because people don't get it. It was funny back in the day, Sony was doing a bunch of dumb stuff and I used to talk about it and people were like, oh my God, you're an Xbox fanboy. I tell it like it is. If a company's making all the right choices, I'll say they're making the right choices. If they're making dumbass choices like Microsoft's been doing lately, I'm going to call them out on it. But Sony's been doing their thing, man. I got to give them credit. Anyway, folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have an interesting news story you would like me to discuss, private message me with a link via YouTube. And if I use your news article, I will give you a shout out in the video and feature your YouTube channel in the description. Have a good one.